Hey guys, I was here. I've got a couple battles for you with my 3rd generation Little Cup team. Looking at my opponent's team, he's got about 3 huge threats on it: Remoraid, Drifloon, and Drillbur. The rest of them are threatening in their own way, but not quite threatless. Numule has Simple, which is going to boost any stats he gets by double the amount. Dratini is a Dragon Dancer, and so is Totodile. Drifloon is an Acrobatics user. Remoraid is infamous for running a Choice Scarf set with its ability Hustle. And Drillbur, well, I can only assume it's a similar set to mine. Probably not the same, but similar, considering that it doesn't look like he has anyone who can set up Permasand. But that's enough from me. Why don't we go ahead and watch these next couple battles. These battles are against Heraboss1337, who's new to the world of Little Cup, and I happen to meet on Smogon. He's going to send out his Mithralaha, I think that's how you say it, his Remoraid first turn, as I send out Scrappy. Fearing the Scarf, I'm going to pull back into my pot, and I'm going to get a Storm Drain boost thanks to him using Water Spout, which is great. He's going to go for Fire Blast, as I go for Giga Drain. I am a specially defensive wall, so I can't understand why he'd stay in and not at least go for maybe Ice Beam, not Giga Drain, or Fire Blast. He's going to send out his Drillbur Omar and go for Shadow Slash, which I don't really understand, or Shadow Claw, which again I don't understand. I just go for Giga Drain and knock it out. He sends out Hot Air's Drifloon and goes for a sub, as I just go for Ancient Power, and the more Ancient Powers I do, the more likely I am to get a boost. He goes for Will-O-Wisp, but I don't mind too much. I mean, it's still a status condition, but it could be worse. It could be Toxic, which means I'll be taking a set amount of damage instead of Toxic damage. He sends out Vesuvian, his Numule, and gets a crit on this Flame Charge, which didn't matter really, as I really just plan to Toxic stall this thing, because I don't have anything to hit it for even neutral. Well, I do have Giga Drain to hit it for neutral damage, but I'm not sure that the recovery I get from it is going to be enough to let me survive another hit after burn damage. So I'm kind of forced to stall here until I can get up enough HP to launch an attack. He's going to keep going for these Earth Powers and just kind of switch it up. The Fire Blasts were doing more damage, but Earth Power is has the chance for the special defense drop, and he's just keeps switching between the couple, and he actually shows me here that he's got Heat Wave, and I'm not sure why. I really don't know why, actually. But it doesn't matter, because next turn he's going to switch out because of the toxic damage, and I'm just going to go for another recover. He sends out his Totodino, there we go, and goes for Ice Punch, which does tons of damage, but it's not going to matter because I'm just going to go for a Giga Drain. And thanks to the Storm Drain boost, I've got a Leaf Sweep going here. He really just doesn't stand a chance. So he sends out his Spaghetti, his Dratini, and goes for Draco Meteor, and it does a heap of damage. As I'm just going to go for the Ancient Power, because I thought I could take anything this thing could dish out, but apparently not. So he goes for the Outrage just to finish off my pot, and I'm going to finish this battle the way I started it, send out Scrappy, go for a Quick Attack, and knock out his Dratini. So down goes Spaghetti, and that's the end of the first battle, pretty much. Well, he still got Vesuvian, but I'm just going to go for Facade and knock it out. That's really the end of the battle. So, in this next battle, it's the same guy. We had a rematch. Since he was new, I said he wanted a rematch. I'm like, you know what, alright, I'll give you another shot. So I send out my Wolf Link this time, as he sends out his Remoraid, and then switches into Omar, correctly predicting the Volt Switch. Now he's a little more serious, getting his head in the game a bit more. As I go into Dreidel, expecting the Earthquake, and he's going to go for Shadow Claw, and I don't know what made me think I could get away with using a Stealth Rock, considering I know it has Rapid Spin. I just don't know what got into me. I go for a Drill Run, and this thing has Rocky Helmet, which is really, really surprising. But it's not like I would have been able to survive after Shadow Claw and Rapid Spin. So I send out Scrappy just to finish the job with Brave Bird. And I'm going to take a little bit of recoil with Rocky Helmet and Brave Bird. And he's going to send out his Mithralaha. I don't know how to say that. And I'm free to go for the Facade, because I know this thing's not Scarfed now. He sends out his Totodino, and I'm just going to keep going for these Facades. I mean, Talo, Lilip, they're great complements to each other. He sends out his Hot Air, and knowing I can't really do that much, and I want to save my Talo, I mean, I could go for a Brave Bird, but I'm going to take tons of recoil because Drifloon has such high HP. So I switch into my Wolf Link, and I'm going to go for a couple Hidden Power Ices. and he's just going to set up a sub. I'm going to break the sub with a Hidden Power Ice, and he goes for an Acrobatics. Then a Will-O-Wisp, and I'm not sure why Will-O-Wisp, because he could probably knock me out with a Shadow Ball right now. But I managed to knock him out with a Hidden Power Ice, and that's the end of that. He sends out his Vesuvian again, and I'm not ready to give up Wolf Link. I send out my 5-star dinner, and he goes for Earth Power, and I do not take this well at all, and I'm just kind of wondering what the hell happened. So I go for a Crab Hammer, I know it's going to knock him out, and now I see it. Somehow he got the freaking Life Orb again. How did that happen? I know I switched out his Life Orb for an EVO Light. How did that happen again? I don't know. I just don't get it. Anyway, he sends out Spaghetti, knocks me out with an Outrage, and I'm going to try and knock him out with a Hidden Power Ice, but it's not going to quite be enough. And he knocks out my Wolf Link with an Outrage. So, seeing this, I'm just going to go back into my Scrappy, I'm going to go for a Quick Attack, and I'm going to knock out this Dratini. Thanks for that battle, Heraboss. Okay, let's get to the talk of the day. Today's talk of the day, I'm going to do some Q&A. My first question comes from Always Searching 2012, who commented in my video, Hilarious Nicknames. Also, are you sure your Buizel's HP is electric? The Bronze Ore wouldn't have resisted it if it was. You know, at this point, I have no idea what Buizel's hidden power is. I really don't. Our next question comes from the user NaxoZL15, who commented in my Fire Emblem LP video, Katrina, I take it back. Why, Katrina? Why? Because apparently she was abused as a child. Our next question comes from Silex12LOL, who commented in my video, Fear the Buzzard. Hey Zabza, are you excited for Pokemon X and Y? And what's your favorite new starter? Yes, I'm excited for Pokemon X and Y, and my new favorite starter would have to be Finnegan, just because it's cute. I don't know anything about its movesets yet, but just because it's cute. Our next question comes from the user, The Flying Cheese Man, who posted in my video, Prankster vs. Prankster. Is Riolo standard in Little Cup? I'm pretty sure it's not, but thanks to the bulk up set I made, I think it's on its way. And our final comment comes from the user DBZ Mario Geno, who commented in my video, Poke Analysis Deerling. Could you use sub on your second set? Since if they hit themselves this way, you'll be behind a sub. And if they break through, snap out of it, you'll be behind a sub. Would be tough to find a spot for it, but just wondering. And I saw you uploaded our battle. The file says I did give him max happiness, which is weird. Okay, about our battle, that is very weird. You might want to check if you set it to max happiness in-game, because if it's just max happiness in Pokegen, when you download it, the Pokemon actually loses all of its happiness. So if you did it that way, that could be the problem. But if not, you'll have to check it out. And as far as substitute on the second set, I considered it, but because that Deerling doesn't have a reliable way of recovery, which would have to require another moveset, I don't think that it would be a good idea. Maybe if it made room for Leech Seed, but otherwise, no, it's not a good idea. Alright, that's it for the talk of the day. I hope you guys enjoyed that battle. Comment, rate, subscribe, and challenge.